A federal judge is letting the East Plano Islamic Center continue its lawsuit against the Texas Funeral Commission. This is Tuesday, June 30th, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Thanks for making the Texas Minute part of your Tuesday. If you enjoy this daily podcast and find it useful, I hope you'll share it with your friends and encourage them to subscribe. And if you don't, maybe we can just kind of keep this to ourselves. Cool? Let's jump into today's news. A federal district court judge has denied the state's motion to dismiss a lawsuit filed by the East Plano Islamic Center against the Texas Funeral Service Commission over its right to perform funeral services. After receiving a cease and desist letter from the Texas Funeral Service Commission in March 2025, which accused the group of operating a funeral home without proper state licenses, Epic filed suit against the commission. Epic claims its lawsuit was brought to, quote, vindicate its right to operate in, quote, Islamic faith and tradition. The commission tried to have the case dismissed, arguing that Epic had not proven a directly traceable injury. Federal Judge David Ezra disagreed, meaning that, for now, Epic's case against the state will continue. An East Texas school district trustee was sentenced to 40 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to possessing and distributing child sexual abuse material that included images of a 3-year-old family member. Jerry James Savatek Jr. was arrested in June 2025. At the time, he was president of the Board of Trustees of Bowling Independent School District in Wharton County, southwest of Houston. During undercover conversations in a fetish-oriented forum, the 61-year-old Savatek shared multiple images taken from horrific videos of himself with his 3-year-old granddaughter. While Texas A&M and the University of Texas rarely see eye to eye during athletic competitions, the chairman of the two institutions' boards of regents jointly announced their opposition to the recently introduced Federal Protect College Sports Act authored by Ted Cruz. The legislation would create rules across a series of issues related to college athletics. Its centerpiece is the name, image, and likeness compensation rule that guarantees student athletes the right to earn money from endorsements, sponsorships, and personal branding. Under Cruz's legislation, institutions could participate in NIL arrangements under regulated conditions through a national NIL database. The legislation would also only allow student athletes to transfer once without penalty or delay, regardless of their conference affiliation. Similarly, it would prohibit coaching staff from switching schools mid-season. Texas A&M's Robert Albritton and UT's Kevin L. Teif wrote that while they oppose the legislation as it is, they're not opposed to unspecified changes being made that would draw their support. Now, you've heard of the Cruz curse, where supposedly college teams lose when Ted Cruz shows up in their support. It'll be interesting to see if that curse applies to college athletic legislation authored by Senator Cruz as well. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Do you feel increasingly isolated? Like the world has gone insane and you are part of one small, clear-headed remnant? Let me be the first to tell you, you're not alone. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and on my new show, Come and Take It, I'm going to call out the crazy so you can be empowered to change Texas and the nation. Overcome the schemes of the left designed to keep Texans paralyzed and silent. Watch or listen to Come and Take It today.
The pharmaceutical giant AstraZeneca has settled with Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton for nearly $34 million. At issue were claims that the company engaged in a kickback scheme tied to prescriptions paid for by Texas Medicaid. Paxton sued AstraZeneca under the Texas Healthcare Program Fraud Prevention Act. The THFPA ensures that information provided by doctors is accurate and not misleading. The suit alleged that AstraZeneca was engaging in a kickback scheme for doctors who prescribed its medications to patients, often funded by the state's Medicaid program. AstraZeneca will pay $34 million to resolve the state's claims and reimburse the Texas Treasury. A spokesperson for AstraZeneca told Texas Scorecard that, despite the settlement, the company still denies the state's claims. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Eddie Hovland, Aaron Anderson, Adam Kahn, and Grant Hawk. It was produced by the great Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great day.